The ex-mayor answered my questions just days before the start of a trial that could send him to prison for up to 30 years. Are you worried?
Well, I mean, the trial also could exonerate me from all that I've been under for the past few years. So I see it as the ultimate opportunity for freedom. And so I'm not worried. I'm excited about having the opportunity to present the truth in front of the people, even if it's hard for the people to take after all they've heard.
Kilpatrick told the reporters that he doesn't think he can get a fair trial in Detroit. During our one-on-one, he expounded on that.
People in this community, I don't believe they can honestly say they don't have an opinion about me. They're not entrenched in that opinion. There are people who absolutely hate me, and there are people who absolutely love me. And it's going to be tough to get a jury here.
Kilpatrick points out that there are a lot of people suffering in Michigan right now, losing their homes, their jobs, and their benefits. He's concerned there might be an attempt to pin some of that on him.
You have turmoil in this state and in this region that you haven't seen since the 1970s and 80s.
I spent a whole year feeling an enormous amount of guilt for what I did to my wife, my children, and this city. And I still feel it. When I walked out of that jail cell, February 4th, 2009, the only thing on my mind was to reconcile with my family. I left the job of being mayor, and I went into a prison, my own self-contained jail there. But it was just me for 23 hours. 1 hour a day, I got out for recreation. And if you don't believe that you can go through a revolutionary change after going through that, I don't think you can go through one.
He talks at length about how past black Detroit mayors were vilified. Most remarkable, this was recorded before Detroit's bankruptcy and before any candidates would enter the election 2 years ago for mayor.
The people, the indigenous people of the city of Detroit, are going to be begging for a savior. And that savior is not going to be black. Some of the blackest people in town are going to say, hey, we need a white man.
I want to start tonight by saying to the citizens of this great city, I'm sorry. To all of you who have believed in what we've been doing here since 2002, to all of you who have believed in me and my leadership, to all of you who have stuck with me through very difficult times, to all of you who've prayed for me, I'm sorry.
A shocking new study by the American Civil Liberties Union has found that more than 3,200 people nationwide are serving life terms without parole for nonviolent offenses. 65% are African American, evidence of what the ACLU calls extreme racial disparities.
63% of those serving life without parole for these nonviolent offenses are in federal prisons. Most were sentenced under mandatory minimum laws. The ACLU says keeping nonviolent offenders behind bars for life is costing taxpayers an additional $1.8 billion.